everyone. Happy 2021 Stitch Mania Eve. For those of you who are wondering how Thane is doing, this is Thane. He is in here again with me, but he can't stay on my lap because he's too heavy. He turned a year old in January and is adorable. Right, Thane? Say hi to all of our Stitchy friends. Okay, so maybe he can sit here for a few more minutes. So today is Friday, April 30th, 2021, and as promised, I know, shocking, I am back within the week. Tonight, I want to talk to you about my Stitch Mania plans. But before we get into that, I'll just give you a little bit of history on my previous years of Mania. This will be my 6th Mania participation year. And every year I've done 31 either all starts or a combination of starts and whips. In 2019, I had all new starts. I think it was 2016 and 2019, I had all new starts. 2019, I did a strictly Stacey Nash Stitch Mania. Last year, I did a combination. No, last year I just worked on whips from previous years. And, but I worked on 31. This year, I'm not working on 31, but I am going back into previous years. And, okay, it's time to get down. Hop down, or not. He will in a minute. This year, I am not having any new starts for Stitch Mania. I am working on previous year's Mania pieces. Some dating back to 2017. I did complete all of 2016. I'm not sure if, I think I completed all of 2018. I have it all written down. No, I have not completed all of 2018. So this year's, it's 2017, 2018, and 2019 whips. So, hey, down. Listen, down. Good boy. Okay. If we get bumped, I'm terribly sorry. He's not used to me not paying attention to him. So, what I'm doing this year, I will not have 31 new starts. As a matter of fact, I will only have 10 whips. So, how I'm going to work it this year is, most of these I worked on last year during Mania. If I completed something in last year's Whip Mania, I left that day open for anything that was previous days to that or post days to that. So for example, my first piece that I'm going to work on is called Pepper Cricket Farm, and it is a dimensions chart designed by Charles Wysocki. And I worked on this on the first last year, I believe, but I completed everything after that for 7 days. So this year, Charles Wysocki Pepper Cricket Farm will get 8 days of stitching. And this is where I will start from. This is on a 25 count even weave using the Call for DMC. So hopefully I can make a lot of progress on that during the 8 days. On the 9th of May through the 11th, so for 3 days, I will work on Mary Burtis, which was my Stacey Nash start in 2019. And I am stitching this on 28 count raw linen with the call for DMC. And this, let's see, hanging threads. This is my starting point. I don't think I will be able to complete it in the 3 days, but I'll get some good progress on that one as well. On the 12th, I will work on Sampler Stocking by Carriage House Sampling, and this was a 2018 start. If I didn't say, Pepper Cricket Farm was a 2017 Maynia start. Sadly, I'm only going to get 1 day on Sampler Stocking. I'm stitching this on 40 count Vintage Metal Rue by Lakeside with the call for NPI, and that's my 2021 starting point. Sorry, if I don't keep these sorted, I'll never get back to it. One moment, please. On the 13th through the 16th, I will work on this previous 2018 start called Abigail Colby, and this is by Primitive Traditions. I got stalled on this one because it called for Classic Colorworks Belsois silk, and I'm stitching this on 36 count sand by Picture This Plus, and it was just, I felt like it was too crowded stitching 1/2. No, I'm sorry, it's 1/1 on the 36 count. So I switched, or I'm in the process of switching to Tudor Silk in the color Coffee Bean, so that hopefully I will enjoy it more. And so at this point, the word from is in the Tudor Silk, and everything else is in the Belsois. So I'll have to pull out the Belsois to continue on, but I can tell in person that the Tudor Silk looks less crowded. So hopefully I will enjoy that more. And hopefully I'll get, with 4 days stitching, I will make some great progress. Then from the 17th to the 20th, it's back to a Stacey Nash piece, Grace Bridges Sampler. And this, I'm stitching this on 35 count parchment, which is a week's, using the call for DMC. And I'm not sure what I was thinking with this cut of fabric, but I will make it work. And this will be my starting point. Oh, sorry. My starting point on Grace Bridges. Yes. Dropped my notes. Again, that was a 2019 start. Next up is a favorite, Stacey Nash, Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. Also a 2019 start. And I'm stitching this on 36 count mink, although this doesn't look like mink. I'm not sure. But I am using the Call for Gentle Arts, and this will get 3 days. And this is my starting point. You have threads going everywhere. What I did on this last year is I would work a little bit up on the border and then come down and work some in the actual body of the sampler. Go back and forth. And I think I'll probably do the same thing this year because that border is beautiful, but it is a beast. Next up is also a 2019 piece by Stacey Nash, and it's called Snowed in Pin Keep and Ornament, and I'm just doing the pin keep. And this one will only get 1 day, and I'm not sure if I will be able to finish it depending on what day of the week is that. That's on a Monday, which that's a work day. So I don't know. Maybe I'll take it and work on it at lunchtime and then again in the evening. So I may have a finish. I just have a few snowflakes at the top and then complete the border. And this is being stitched on 40 count Confederate gray with Weeks Dye Works Call for Floss. I think this one called for 36 count, but I decided to do it on 40 count. I love that one. Next up, well, here's the thing. I've kind of painted myself in a corner with all my whips, whether they were Maynia starts or just regular starts. They are either all 1/1 or they're very large pieces. And that's kind of why I wanted to do Maynia this way again, is to try to make some progress on some of my larger pieces. So Mary Bars, Stacey Nash, it was a 2019 Maynia piece. You all know it and love it. I am stitching this on 36 count parchment with the Call for Weeks Dye Works. And this one will also get 3 days. And this is my tiny little start. Tiny as in the whole scheme of things. That's just a drop in the bucket. But it's beautiful and I can't wait to get back to it. The next one is one that you guys saw if you watched my last video. It's Let Freedom Ring. This is was a 2017 Maynia start, and I also worked on it in 2018. And again in March for Stitch Asia. Let Freedom Ring, Lila Studio. And I haven't worked on it anymore since my last video, so this will be my starting point. And I'm working on this, sadly, for only 1 more day. For the month of May. And last but not least is another 2017 Maynia start. Well, let me show you first. It's called My Hometown by Carriage House Samplings. I'm stitching this on 40 count antique cotton by R&R. And I've lost my thread book on this. Well, I've misplaced it. It's somewhere in this house. I think I'm using the call for DMC. I'm going to have to investigate, pull out the DMC and see if I can compare it to what I have stitched and go from there. But this will be my starting point. Still working on the tree, and this one gets 3 days. I remember going to Dying to Stitch and seeing this piece and falling in love with it, and that would have been back in, let's see, I lived in Virginia the second time from 2008 to 2011, I think. So at some point during those years. So this has been in my stash for a fair few years, and I really love it, and I can't wait to work on it again. So I think that's it, a real quick one. I'm not sure how I'm going to do my Maynia updates, if I'm going to do it weekly like I did, I think that was 2 years ago maybe, that I did weekly Maynia updates. We'll see. Our district is going in class until June 3rd, I think it is, but I don't finish until June 8th. So end of year craziness. I'm not sure if I will get the opportunity. Maybe I'll do 2-week updates if I get the chance. Otherwise, it might be a whole month before you see me again, or it might not. But I am looking forward to my 6th Maynia and seeing how much progress I can make on all these pieces that I adore and want to have finishes on. So I'm gonna go fix myself some dinner and maybe work on my Black Lives Matter pin keep for the rest of the evening, and tomorrow get started on Pepper Cricket Farm. I hope you all have a great stitchy month, and be good to yourself. Happy stitching. Bye for now.